is amazing. Oh, it's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Moskin and Cam Waters.
It's motorsport, but not as you know it. Test yourself and your everyday road car. Safe, affordable, but most of all, fun. And all you need is your daily driver. Experience the thrill of a sprint day, race against the clock at a hill climb, or test your reflexes with an auto test. It takes just 3 simple steps to get started. Get on the start line. Search Motorsport Australia Daily Driver today.
Fishies in a row. They're here to make a point and to do Eddie proud. They fan out in the background as they come down to turn 1 for the first time. It all looks pretty good, 2 by 2. We'll stop the camera here. Oh, Eddie would be proud, mate. That was awesome run around turn 1. But, oi! Contact with the fishies.
He's made it through. It doesn't look like Angus has made it, but Thomas Freeman's made it through, and Angus is going to suffer the crowd coming through there to be able to turn his car around. Woo.
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannon's insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride,
whatever you ride,
whatever you ride,
ride with Shannon's.
Call 134646 for a quote.
And they are off. It was a good start from Dylan de Bono. I think Phil Vella got a great start there in the background as well. You can see already cars going 5, 6 wide as they're trying to find any semblance of space. They come into T1. So far we've got 2, 3 wide as they snake down. There's Michael Conchar that's got around Dylan de Bono. A couple of cars going wide there. Was that a bit of contact in the back? Scott Pocock caught up in that, I think, there, buddy. But it's Michael Cullajar's got past, so Dylan...
light is coming out and we're about to get going, and we have a green light and a very slow start for the 86s, but they are moving out there on the grid. It would be very interesting to see exactly which driver can capitalise on this first lap. Just go through the grid. Look like Jamie Christensen had a really awesome start to get ahead of Dylan de Bono, and Doug Gowage also jumped his teammate as well, so unfortunately Dylan stalled the car a little bit more than what he preferred. But
Weekend in, weekend out, Motorsport Australia officials are making waves. From waving flags, waving cars through pit lane, or responding to a wave for help. Wave hello to new lifelong friends. Who knows, you might just make waves around the world. Ride the first wave. Search Motorsport Australia officials today.
Still great classes of car, and if you are able to, if you're coming up the ranks on iRacing through the licenses, it's a fantastic sort of laneway into prototype driving, going from that GT3 up through the prototype classes. As the safety car pulls in, we get ready to go green as we come up towards the line. Edwards, Hasler, who's going to get the jump down to turn 1, or will any of the fishies, any of the piranhas in behind them, assault them down towards
green and they're off.
First lap. Let's go here.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's.
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover,
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 134646 for a quote.
This is amazing. Oh, it's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Moskin and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble's bottle right now because tell you what, Bruce Tanek and Jamie Dyson just absolutely drove away from us. Hayden trying to go around the outside. This is where he could have just sent it up the inside, but he hasn't committed, which is fair enough. It's very scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's see if we get a good run. Dodd's just absolutely think about it. It's a really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back for the Shannon's Insurance GR86 Nationals 2022 Season 2 Round 1. I have just spotted that the YouTube title says GR98. Not quite sure where that car's come from, but there we go. But I am James Parfitt, back in the booth once more for a second season with Steve Sinkovic here, who's going to join me very, very shortly. Steve, it's been, well, it doesn't really seem to have been that long, but it's a special day for you guys at the moment.
It is, mate. It is Anzac Day here in Australia and New Zealand, and the boys, as you can see them out on track, are all doing a lap of honour to commemorate our fallen family, friends and soldiers. While we go around, we'll just have a bit of a minute silence and take a point to remember our fallen soldiers and family, friends, and everyone else that's been out there. There's a lot of boys wearing got tributes on there. I know my team has, and there's a lot of them out there. So please enjoy the guys going around, and we'll chat to you in a few minutes. Done.
Okay, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for that one, as well as we remember Anzac Day for Australia and New Zealand, for the victims of war and for recognition of the roles in their armed forces. Steve, it's season 2 for the GR86s. What are we expecting from this season? Has anything major changed? What do we think we're going to be in for?
Mate, it's going to be absolutely epic. So I'll be in the booth with you for the whole season. I've hung up the steering wheel, gloves, socks, packed away the rig for the next 3 months. So it's just going to be race. The teams and the drivers that have joined this series is gone absolutely crazy. We have 45 registered drivers. I don't expect everyone to be here tonight, being that it's Anzac Day. But it's going to be epic. Some very, very fast boys have joined, and we're in transition, very much so. So what will happen is, for season 3, all the pros will be fighting for the Motorsport Australia title. Oh, I've just watched my own teammate take his own teammate around the corner during a hot lap. So we are transitioning, JP, taking it to Motorsport Australia. So the pros next season will be all Motorsport Australia registered, all fighting for the Motorsport Australia title, and the rest of the team will be fighting for their progressive titles as they go through the Pro-Ams and the AMs. But it's going to be absolutely epic, mate. There's going to be some very close and fast racing.
Yeah, with the format, have we kept the same format, do we think? Are we still on the free races?
No, so we've changed it slightly. We're going to be having a mixture of super sprint, a mixture of 20/40, which will be our normal sprint, and then there'll be a normal round, which will be just a straight 60 minutes of racing, which will involve some fuel saving and all that sort of stuff and strategies. But it's going to be a pretty fun season, mate. It's going to be epic, and I'm actually looking forward to commentating and hosting with you, mate.
Yeah, it should be a good one, dude. We've got a good 40+ drivers at the moment. I think it's a little bit less than that out on the racetrack itself. Long Beach, one of them circuits where if you make a mistake, there's going to be a wall that will meet your maker, should we say, as they're heading around the racetrack now. Once again, we are just into qualifying at the moment before we get this up and running, and then we'll see how this one works out. I think track choice, Steve, we'll have a look at the schedule. I think for me, Long Beach, Phoenix, Indianapolis, Chicago, Detroit, Mid-Ohio, New Hampshire, Road Atlanta and Homestead. I'm kind of seeing a pattern there. A bit of a theme.
Yes,
yeah.
It is. We are heading across the USA. So the boys decided, let's do a... Traditionally, SRW, we would do themes, and we'd have different things like, going down under. We had the Ashes Tour, we had Australian and English tracks. We've had a lot of different things, and the boys this season decided, well, let's do the trip across the US of A, and they've gone all US tracks. Now, I'm hoping that some of these tracks might give us wet conditions. Probably not tonight at Long Beach, bit of a summer holidays area, but rain will come into play, and it will be set up as natural. So whatever the conditions are, wherever we are racing, that's what we're going to have. So none of the admins will know what's going on, when it's going to rain, what's going to happen to the rain. It's going to be all very natural.
Well, let's see what happens with that one then. It should be an interesting one if we see rain at Belle Isle or at Chicago. I think that could be quite an interesting race itself. Long Beach. Well, Steve, I don't know if you've done any laps around here. It's a very tricky circuit, isn't it? And one that could literally terminate your race if it wants to.
Very easily, mate. Very easily. There's a lot of walls. It's I think Long Beach was originally supposed to be the American version of Monaco. That's what rumor has it. I don't think it ever made it to that aesthetic, but there's just as many walls, just as many tight positions. There's a few little runoff points and a few little high-speed points, which will catch guys out as well.
Any major, do we think, have the boys been told, look, guys, that last corner, it's not easy to go around there too wide, single it up for the pace lap, do we think? Or what have you said to them to say, look, be sensible?
Look, the race control, as part of their pre-race briefing, will give those notes to the boys. The race isn't won in the first corner, blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff. They will give them a hint on things that are going to be tight. The first corner going left is always a tough one, where it all sort of bottles into the one spot, and then you come around the roundabout. The very last corner, which is, it's almost like a roundabout again. It's that tight, you slow down to like 50, 60 kilometres, if that. So there's going to be some things that the race control will tell them. And race control are going to be under the pump tonight because there's such a big number. At least it's not a super sprint. That's a good thing about it. So the boys won't try to win it all in one go.
Well, let's hope they don't. But the rush of adrenaline does get people a little bit excited, and they will end up, making mistakes, I'm sure. What do we think in regards to champions? Obviously, last season, Dean took the championship. He's moved up now. He's now into the Pro-Ams. How's he been feeling about going up into the next stage?
I think he's realised that he's got to practice. he has to put the time in and put a practice in, because that's the only way he's going to stay competitive. There's no other way ifs or buts it. He's got a bit of natural speed, which he used in the AMs, but that's gone now. Look, he's got pace on his day, but again, consistency is going to be his biggest problem. You've got Ben Faulkner at the moment sitting at a 1:31.686. Now he is one we're going to need to watch. Vermilion driver, very fast in a lot of different cars. He's joined this series, and he's going to be really hard to watch. Myself, Team SRW Motorsports, we've got 5 drivers in the series this season. So, Jamie's sitting in 4th place. I'm expecting big things from him. Dean in the Pro-Ams, and then we've got Mitch Noble, who's going to be sitting in the Pro-Ams as well, doing a fair bit of fighting, and the rest of the boys are going to be Josh and Brad will be fighting it amongst the amateurs down the bottom. But a lot of return drivers too, mate.
Yeah, there is, but I don't see any Dylan De Bono at the moment. Is he signed up for this season?
He is signed up for this season. I don't see him tonight. He might be out there for Anzac Day somewhere and abouts. His teammates are out there. We've got Sam Katakazinos is there. Who else out of his team is there? I think I can't see. Dougie Gowans is there, so the regular ones are there. Tyler Sheaf should be out there as well. I know he registered for it as well. I'm not sure if he's having issues down there at the moment. I saw his name pop up this afternoon, but there'll be a full implement of those boys as well in there.
Yeah, the Velocity Simlab boys are out on the race circuit. You can see there is Tyler there on his way around this racetrack. That is not how you do that corner. I'd like to point that out there. Unfortunately, as we're coming around the final corner here with Tyler, we've got about 7.5 minutes in. Welcome in. Thank you so much if you are here and you have joined us. Pricey, you superstar. Welcome in there, buddy. Hamish is here as well after he's got his night off, of course. He gets to chill out once again. Jackos is here. Greg Barber, Caleb Bellick is in the YouTube chat, Ashton Freese is there, Laura Anderson, Brad is unsure why he hasn't changed to UR1. You're one, Steve, apparently.
Say that again, mate. I missed you just then.
Brad is unsure why his hasn't changed to your one, Steve.
No idea.
No idea. No idea. Well, there we go. Ty Delaney, welcome in as well. Greg Barber and the notorious Stig. Come on, Jamie Davis, he says as well. Much appreciated for all of you guys joining us. Don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on the bells. That would be absolutely amazing, as we've got a lot more racing coming up here as well. It's going to be... I'm interested to see how this one's going to work, Steve. I think... do we think, like, in, the 60-minute races, do we think fatigue? Do we think they're going to be sort of, if they're anything like me, they'll go off and start thinking about what they got to do for shopping and, what day they're going to have, and the next thing you know, they're in the wall. Do we think that's going to kick in, or are these guys a lot more experienced?
Look, I think the experience is out there. I think a lot of these guys are seasoned. There's very few... looking at the list out there, very few guys I would classify as rookies. All the names I can see out on track have all done a lot of laps with SRW, so they're all familiar with these tracks. They're all familiar with driving for 60 minutes out there. It's going to be very interesting when it comes to those races, because the strategy is going to have to change a little bit. You won't be doing the dives like you do in a 2020. Tonight's a 20-40 split. So first race will be 20 with a reverse top 10, and then you'll have your 40-minute race. So two slightly different strategies again. It's I don't know. It's going to be, this car is more of a sprint car to me. So the full 60 minutes is a completely different animal for this car, I think.
I think the thing for me with the GR86 is it so happens at times to want it to put his back end round to the front. I think for me that was always one of the issues I had driving this car, was it just kept snapping out of me. Maybe my throttle application wasn't quite right, but we've seen it a couple of times here as well, where people have started spinning it up and putting their foot down too quick, and all of this is going to take a lot if there's any new drivers coming into the series to get used to this car, right?
100%, 100%. It's going to be it's a little bit of a different beast. You've really got to the fast guys are real. I've just seen my teammates come together again. The fast guys are generally generally a lot more aggressive in their driving style in these cars. They really thrash the brakes really late. You'll see them attack the curbs a lot more, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. It's going to be a big difference between them and the guys who go out slower. They're the guys who got to do the 360 spins a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely as well. Laura tried to clear it up what she actually meant. She said, sorry for my gibberish. Brad was playing with a delivery wrap for tonight before Steve sent one over, and some reason it keeps showing Brad's and not your one, Steve. So
that's okay, that's not a big deal. But we're happy with that. As long as the boys are out there and they're representing and they're enjoying it, it's all cool. I can see Brad out there. He's got an old school livery going on. Yeah, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. The boys are having fun. They've got their new liveries for their normal racing and their Anzac Day special. I'll tell you what, the velocity of Sam Kutagazinos, I'm loving the chrome, the red chrome look through there. That's looking really cool. Just got that little bit of sparkle edge. Oh, Joshua Horton's got himself 2 greens in the final 2 sectors, and he's got himself up the ladder. Where's he gone up to? He's got himself all the way up to second place. So that's yeah. Dean's got himself 3 greens. What's going on there? He's improved. He's got himself to 14th. So the boys are starting to heat up. We've got 3 minutes left of this quali. So these are the deadly times coming up now.
Yeah, this is the bit the thing I have to find as quali goes on, they don't always get quicker and quicker and quicker, because some hit that plateau and they don't really, move their way forward any chance. But I think some of these have got a great opportunity. Shane Nouns is another one that's got some greens on the board. He's going to be going over the line. Let's see if he improves on that final. Did them 2 greens offset them 2 oranges? That's going to be the problem. Shane Nouns does not improve from his 25th place. Katakazunas just about to come over the line as well. He's got a green in sector 3. What's he going to do in the 4th one? Is he going to improve on his 5th place at the moment? It doesn't look like he will. No, he does not. No improvement there once again. A lot of new drivers though, Steve. How is that going to work out with the opening few rounds? Because when you start bringing drivers in and it gets all a little bit crammed, they've got to take their time to, fight it out and get used to battling and scrapping with each other. Have we got words of encouragement for them?
Look, it's just patience. It really is patience. You've just got to sometimes you just got to harness that animal in you and just hold it back a little bit, because that corner that you were thinking that you're going to make that dive through, sometimes it's just better to wait for a little bit longer. Perfect example is there goes Dean spinning again. Perfect example is Mitch Noble when he came across. To race with us last season. He came from a Assetto Corsa background where he could do different things with the car and throw it around, and the rules weren't as tight. The cars, weren't as realistic. He came in here and he was throwing it around like what we call like a gamer. And you can't drive it like a gamer. You've got to really respect the road. You respect the guys around you if you want to succeed. Because if you don't, you will get bitten and you'll end up in the wall or end up in the dirt or end up in the drive-through. So that's exactly what happened to him. But look, he's settled down. He's learned his lesson. He's brought the animal back a bit more patient, and that's what these guys have got to do.
Yeah, I do fully agree. I think they've just got to settle in on this opening few rounds. It's all going to be a bit tight. Who you can race door to door with, who's going to give you room. Ben Faulkner has got some more purples on the board. He's going to make an improvement on his already quick time. What is he going to do at the moment? He's going to go over the line. 1:31.574. Absolutely smashed what he had, and he's gone quicker still. Ben Faulkner seems a bit of a different animal.
He is fast. He is fast. A very polished team. They will have a setup they've tested and they've looked at the setup and made sure they're happy with it. So they'll be a very polished team, the Vermilion team. I think Josh Horton races for them as well. So there's a few guys out there. But then you expect like someone like Dan Bartush, had a nice chat with him at the end of last season. Very fast. But he gets involved in a few incidents because he's driving in the single screen. So hopefully he's taken my advice and got himself some extra equipment. Oh, the boys are gridding up already.
Yeah, the grid is up on your screen. Ben Faulkner will lead us away with Josh Houghton in second, Dan Byrne in third, Dan Batush in fourth, and then we've got Sam Katkazunis in fifth place with David Gallo in sixth, Ty Delaney in seventh, Jamie Davis in eighth, Shane Ratcliffe in ninth, Mark Cochran 10th, Mark Turner and Josh King round out the 6 rows for them guys. And then further on from that, Doug Gowans, Mitch Noble rounds out row 7, Dean Sinkovic and Matt Feely rounded out row 8, Cam Hardwick and Wayne Edwards round out row 9, Ryan Price and Marty Walker in row 10, Greg Johnston and Jordan Ferguson in row 11, Callum Hodgkinson and Carl Gretsch in 24th place, and then you got Shane Nowens, Kevin Wakefield 25th and 26th, Tyler Sheaf down in 27th, Phil Butland 28th, Stephanie Bigley in 29th, Brendan Soper down in 30th. Then we've got Brad Anderson, Jack Anderson there as well, and then below that obviously we've got Tom Freeman, and then we've got the safety cars and the RC boys after that one. So let's see how these guys get on here. Do we think we're going to have first lap chaos, Steve, or do we think they're all going to make it through cleanly?
Oh, that entry, that left-hand entry into the fountain is going to be the first pinch point. That is the one that brings people undone the first lap. Cold tyres, over-ambitious, braking too late. It's going to be about 4 or 5 wide. My gut is telling me complete carnage.
Oh, well, let us know in YouTube chat if you think it's going to be carnage, or do we think it's going to be clean? That's a question for you, actually, we haven't asked. Do you think there's going to be a safety car?
Will there be a safety car? Yes, at this track it will be 100%. Yeah, I reckon there'll be at least 2.
2 in each race?
Actually, maybe not for the first heat. The first heat, I reckon 1, but there'll be, I reckon, at least 2 in the 40-minute stint. It's just too many pinch points, too many points where the rear end can go. You can be too aggressive on the curbs here, and you can lose the rear end real easy. So it's going to be a tough one. Looks like we've got a blinker. Looks like Josh Horton is blinking away. Have a look at the field size, people. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell us if you want us to see anyone out there, that you want someone in particular to have a shout out to. There's a massive field. We will try to get as much of the talent coming from the front and the back of the grid as possible. Do we have, JP, the racing link for the viewers so they can watch the time splits and everything like that?
We do. We're just going to get this up and running, though, as we fill up Long Beach with smoke. Somebody's not even gone anywhere. Come on, we didn't know we'd go anywhere. We didn't even get off the line. And then there was an already mighty hand. Yeah, Josh bogged it down, didn't go anywhere. He's blinking rapidly. He's all the way at the moment falling down the order. I'm wondering if he has gone, but it is Ben. Oh, no, he's not. He's back, and that is why. Oh, Dean's gone round. I think that was actually Josh has gone round. He blinked out for ages, and now he's come back, and now he's just causing absolute chaos. We've got 3 wide. We need to get hold of him there, Josh, and unfortunately it has caused a little bit of carnage with Josh Houghton's blinking, and it's all ended up not good. But for this man, Ben Faulkner, has worked out okay.
Whoa, it worked out really well. These boys have actually done a lot better than I expected, mate. They were doing 5-4 wide and still coming through. Still another pinch point coming through at this next bit. This corner can be quite dangerous, and then we've got that S into that right-hand hairpin.
Yeah, it definitely has, but it all got a little bit manic. It looked like Tyler Sheaf's also had a moment here. Once again, we will have a look back at that start very, very shortly. But, blimey, Ben, hurtling through there at a rapid rate of knots as he's on his way down into the final corner. That tricky final corner. Round they go, 90 degrees, almost come back on yourself. Here we go, there's a two-wide move. Matt Feely just going up the inside of Mark Cochran. He gets it done there as well. Further down, we've got Jack Anderson. He's just lost a place by the looks of it over Shane Nowens. So, yeah, it was a bit manic. We'll have a look back at the start now. It was a little bit manic before they'd even gone anywhere. Right, there we go. That's where it all. We got it. There we go. Look, it didn't go anywhere.
Josh. He just went nowhere at all.
No, literally nothing. No part of it
Looks
whatsoever.
like it was a hardware failure there, I think.
And then it all just goes completely and utterly wrong for Josh. It was crazy on that.
Yeah, it went completely wrong. He was unfortunate for that. He's a tough little competitor too.
Definitely is here. We've got Mark Turner chasing down Shane Ratcliffe once again on the racetrack. So that's going to be action all the way through. Jamie Davis here as well. He's in that number 7 machine on the outside. He's got Jamie Davis in front of him currently. Is he going to be able to hang on though, Steve? That's going to be the question.
Yeah, look, it's not a long race, so he's got to be very smart. The pressure that's that Bartouche putting the pressure on. It is. He's right on the backside of him. Dan would have practiced for sure for this. He's really pumped for this season.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of drivers who are eager to get this season underway and get it back up and running, and I think it's going to be rather interesting to see how this one works out. Carl Gretsch looks like he's had a moment. Phil Buckland also looks like he's had a moment as well. Ben Simpson, David Gallo, but it's a tough circuit, Long Beach, and I think as a season opener, I think you've really put them out on the cosh here, I think, Steve. There's a lot to take in.
Oh, 100%, mate. It's definitely a track you want to go. Look, you know what? We've got a bit of a thing that we've done really, really hard tracks to start with, and it's turned out that the carnage we expect has been some of the cleanest racing we've seen as well. So they're starting to spread out as well already because of the gaps between some of these boys, just basically because some of these guys are going to use the brakes a little bit more than others. Some have got really good control of these cars, and they will just use the brake to balance the car out a bit. Others will be trying to slow it right down, and you can see the difference in some of their lines as well. Jamie's already starting to spread his wings over there, but Dan Bartouche, he's still having a sniff no matter what happens.
Oh, off the wall. Dan, be careful. You can't be tagging the wall too many times on that one. Matt Feely's now coming into play as well. Matt's getting himself in. We go on board with Matt now to come in around the right-hander through Firestone turn. Job done. He's not going to... I don't think, seriously though, there's not many places you can make an overtake here, and there's not many places you can overtake cleanly.
You've got to put the pressure on and really make the errors come out and go for it. Just see him coming through the S's, how much, there you go, a spinner in the back there from velocity. So you see how much Matty's car was bouncing from the front end over those little curves. Those little curves can throw you off completely and lift the inside and have you spinning. Cam Hardwick has done a complete 360.
Yeah, he was the one that front velocity that spun in the background. We're too wide, too deep here. Mitch Noble's in there, Callum Hodgkinson, Dean Sinkovic and Mark Cochran is also there. How are these guys all going to manage it through? Dean just looks like he's lost that place to Callum Hodgkinson. Mitch Noble manages to hang on. I believe that's Ryan Price. Right behind him it is, with Wayne Edwards tucked up behind that as well. Very tricky fountain section. Now we go back up to the front. We've got Sam Kakazunis, Ty Delaney, Byrne and Ratcliffe, as these guys are fighting it out for the Pro and the Pro-Am here. Ty Delaney, of course, there as well, doing a great job. I think it's been an interesting influx of people, hasn't it, and where they're currently sitting in their classes. You know, I don't see any Fritzy here this season.
Say it again, mate. I just missed that last bit.
I said I don't see any Fritzy here this season. Not at the moment.
No, I haven't seen him. He's registered, but I haven't seen him on track just yet. Hopefully he makes it through for some of the rounds. This split that you're showing up is showing the numbers perfectly. With Faulkner, Katakazunos, Byrne, Ratcliffe, Davis, all fast guys, Gowan. And then you see that the Pro-Ams, Ty Delaney, Turner, Bartouche, Feely, Cochrane, Noble. Again, epic fighting there. Dean, Sinkovic, Wakefield, Newlands. I think that could be wrong. I think Dean's a Pro-Am now, so that probably would need to be adjusted.
Yes, it would need to be adjusted. Do you have a chat for a minute, Steve, and I'll get on doing that one.
Yeah, mate. Let's watch it. We're on board here with Ty Delaney following very, very closely from Katakazunas in the back there. And Ty is just getting better and better. He's starting to take the 86s a bit more seriously and fighting for titles again, which is good to see. These boys are not going to let anything go. The splits between them are all around the 210s, 310s, 410s. Have a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 following each other. And then Gowan's not far behind them as well, all fighting for positions. And they know it's going to be a tight fight for the title. It's going to be consistency that tears the difference between these guys. The guys who take too much risk for the biscuit, bin it and lose it, they're the guys who are going to be regretting it later on in the season. You've got to be finishing in a top 5 all the way through if you want a top fight for the top 3 steps for the title.
Yeah, absolutely. Ty Delaney's doing a great job there in the Fishy Motorsports. He's sitting 3rd overall, leading the Pro-Am class with Turner, Batouche, Feely, Cochrane, Price, Noble, Sinkovic, Edwards and Ferguson. That has all been sorted out. These continue to scrap here. This is where the main action's taking place at the front end of this field. We have got battles further down. Dan Batouche is having a nice little scrap as well with Matt Feely. Mark Cochrane's in there having a little battle with the two of them as we're nearly heading into the final 10 minutes. We've got Callum Hodgkinson's in the pits, Brendan Soper's in the pits, and Ben Simpson is in the pits. It doesn't look like it's been nice to a couple of them.
He's having a sniff on the back of Ratcliffe there. He's really throwing the car left and right, getting into his mirrors as much as possible he is. He's trying to unsettle him by the look of it because he can't get a clean pass around here. So it's going to be interesting to see how he tries to get him maybe under brakes at one of these tight spots.
Yeah, he's going to see, is he going to be able to get through? That's going to be the question. He's on his way round now. Down Pine Avenue they go, onto Seaside Way. The right-hander, take it as tight as you want to. Be careful of the wall. This is going to be an opportunity if you can get close enough, but Davis doesn't look like he's going to get close enough as they're going to come into Firestone Turn here. Neither of this group are really making influxes or inroads on the people in front of them. I think that's the problem, Steve, as well. They've got to find, it's going to be very hard to draft and it's going to be very hard to pass. It's got to be at least probably setting the car up, I don't know, maybe even a lap to 2 laps before you actually want to make the move.
Yeah, correct. I think you're spot on there, mate. You really got to be, if you want to make the move into this first corner, or the first left-hander, I should say, because there's a kink right there where the boys are now, you've got to make sure you're right up his butt on that tight right-hander at the very end of the circuit, so that when you get here, you may have a chance under brakes, get him to the left or the right, make your choice, or get him just before. Here he goes.
No, it's just not close enough.
Too far away.
Yeah,
way too far away.
It's just not close enough. Wayne Edwards and Dean Sinkovic, however, Edwards isn't too far away here. He's going to pull out to the left.
Putting the pressure on. Dean's making sure he hasn't got a good entry.
Gives him a little bit of a squeeze. Yeah, I think sometimes erring on the side of caution. Erring on the side of caution, isn't it?
Say again, sorry?
Erring on the side of caution for Dean there in race 1.
Your crackling voice is a bit for me today, mate. I think it might be my speaker at my end. Look, what I was going to say was Mr. Edwards has improved dramatically. Season 3, he was sort of up and down, inconsistent. Season 4, he got a lot more consistent, a bit more pace in him. And this season, Season 1 has done really well, and looks like he's going to continue from there. He's continuing his form.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. As long as you're making an improvement, that's all that you can hope for. Doug Gowans, however, has got Mark Turner tucked up about as close as he can possibly get on the run around the final corner. Doug in there has got to defend hard. Is Turner going to be able to get the run out? That's going to be the question. Can he get the run out?
Putting the pressure on as much as he can.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's a really hard one. You've really got to get that perfect exit out of that corner. And Mark Turner's no slouch either.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get it done.
Here we go. Is he going to have a sniff here? Mark's a little bit more daring. He will have a dive here and there to, if he can see that coming in, but he won't do a silly dive, so he'll be a bit more calculated. But he's got the balls to have a crack.
He definitely has. There's action all the way through. David Gallo is down here in the Carlins Motorsport. He's got Tyler Sheep from Velocity SimLab right in front of him. They're heading on their way around the fountain. They go. No moves so far for Gallo. Up 10 places, which is better than probably most have done. You can see the gainers and losers on the left-hand side. Gallo is there. He is up 10 places currently. Big shift for Gallo. Still got quite a lot to do to try and clear Sheafy.
Got a lot of work to be done there. Mr. Ben Faulkner, he's just disappeared. He is just in a race of his own at the moment, just enjoying the scenery at Long Beach, I think. He's probably even got a time to pull over and have a margarita.
Oh, he's going to go. Gallo's gone. He's got the run. He's on his way down Seaside Drive now. Is he going to be able to make it through? Gallo's on the left. He does make it through. Sheafy gives it up before he even gets there. And Sheafy, jump. Oh, he's got round.
Oh, no, he's overcommitted. It was that inside curve. I think he overcommitted on it. And who did he have behind him? Was it Bartouche?
No, Wakefield. Kevin Wakefield.
Oh, Kevin. Yeah, he's just rotated around, and poor Kev's gone straight into the back of him. He'll be kicking himself because Kev's been doing a fair bit of practice, as much as he wouldn't admit it.
Yeah, but I think you have to for this race circuit. I think that's the thing. It's not an easy circuit for you to be able to just rock up and go, I'm going to drive. It doesn't always work like that. And Gallo is now kind of free away from that situation. Ryan Price, however, he is not free of Mitch Noble. Noble's going to get the run down now. You don't do the outside. Don't.
Under brakes. Oh, is he going to be able to hold her up? He's taking it fast. Ryan's no slouch, though. He's not going to give it up. Oh, he's done a good move there by young Noble. He's kept it off the wall for that final exit, but Ryan Price will not give that away easily. He'll keep fighting for that all the way through.
Price is going to keep trying now. He's got Mitch Noble there. Can he now get through as they're on the run down Seaside way through the Firestone turn they go. Then they're going to go onto the left-hander. Ryan Price still not being able to get there again. What's going up on here with Kat Kazunis? He's been pulled in and pulled out by Dan Byrne. Byrne's trying the outside left-hander now. Yeah. Not going to be able to make it through this time. There's somebody in the wall. I think that was Callum Hodgkinson. Nope, it was not Callum Hodgkinson. Ben Simpson is in the wall.
Ben Simpson. So Ben's our resident rookie. He is in his first year of driving iRacing, and he's doing everything he can to stay out of the way. And he's probably done that by just trying to get out of the way of the faster car.
Yeah, they're going to have to be.
Tell you what, mate, the pace that these boys are showing. Race Control's just asking Ben if he needs a tow. He hasn't replied. He mustn't have his audio working.
No, I don't think he's still down in turn one, mind you. I think he has gone, so I think Ben has moved there. Katkazonis with Dan Byrne. Through Firestone they go. Laps knocking off thick and fast here. We're on lap 10. We've got 5 minutes to go. And they're still battling this one away, Steve, aren't they? They're still scrapping it out.
They are. There's battles left, right and centre, mate. You just really don't know where to look. There's that much going on. Katakazinos is actually a really fast driver. He's had season 4 and season 1. He was sort of getting involved in incidents which, just over-driving a little bit. New team and getting used to it, and driving super fast, but just kept on getting caught in the vortex. Hopefully this season he gets through it and lets his pace do the talking and gets up there fighting for a title.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the easiest way. Dan Burns not giving him up.
Byrne had that on 2 wheels coming around that corner then.
Nearly into the back of Kat Kazunis as well. So he's got to be a little bit more mindful, because he nearly did end up in the back there, and he doesn't want to be getting into contact this early on. We've got literally 4 minutes to go. It's a 1:32-minute lap. They're going to have about three laps, maybe 4 at the most, to try and make this move. Ben Faulkner is gone. He's 4.8 seconds up the road. He's checked out already. He's on his way to next week. He's decided enough is enough. He's taken the victory. He's gone already. Yeah. But he's so quick. He's already working on his setup for the next round. Yeah, he's so quick.
Oh, see that rear end. He's bouncing it around. You know what? He's so far ahead, and full kudos to him. He's not slowing down. He's pushing that car like he's got someone racing him. So he's doing really well out there.
Yeah, there is Ben Faulkner, your leader. You saw him once at the beginning, and then he was gone after that, and that was the end of it for Ben.
He's 4.8 seconds away from the rest of the guys. I can see the splits now, which is good. The rest of the boys are sitting on 4 tenths, 5 tenths, 3 tenths. Jamie Davis 6 tenths. Then there's a gap there for Gowans behind them, because we saw Gowans have a bit of an incident earlier on. The rest of the battles are coming down the back. Gallo, Dean, Ferguson and Hardwick are all fighting. They've got 3 tenths between them at the moment, going like crazy. So those boys at the back are fighting for their own little title as well at the same time. And then at the back of the grid, you've got Newlands and Wakefield fighting for the AM grid as well. So Newlands is getting chased down. No, Kevin's like 12 seconds behind, but he's sitting in a good position for, points for the season. That's what's important.
I think that's the thing. They've got to points. Points is the biggest thing, right? You need them to be able to, move in the championship, and without them, you've got nothing. So I think using round 1, round 2 as a bit of a buffer, almost, Steve, to say, right, I'm going to get some points. Let's get some on the board.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely the way to do it. It's keep it clean, try to finish up as high as possible, get yourself back into a mindset. The season had a 3-week break. Get back into league racing, not official racing. Official racing is so much different to league racing. So it's a different mindset, because you know what guys are going to expect around you. You're going to know when to sniff, when to dive, who to get into his mirrors as well. You get to know, here we go, white flag. You get to know the guys around you. You can know the ones you can rattle a little bit by putting pressure on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Your leader is on his way down the Seaside Way for the final time, as the white flag has come out. Let's see how he gets on. Through the fountain he goes, and now he's just absolutely checked out. He's 5.1 seconds up the road. He's doing an absolutely incredible job. Not a lot of really superlatives we can say about Ben Faulkner, Steve, to be honest, apart from just wow.
Yeah, there he is there, mate, flashing his lights. He's got a back marker in front of him that he's trying to get past, and he's done well to get out of his way. That's a good job. He's just left them for dead. He's still pulling away. That's 5.4. He was 4 seconds before. It's 5.4 now. So he's totally on fire. But reverse top 10. So he's got to find a way now to make his way through. Being the faster driver, he's going to have to be patient. It's a 40-minute race. It's not a sprint. So he's going to have to work his way through that top 10 grid to get to the front of the pointy end.
Well, that's
not an easy place to pass.
No, definitely not. But he is going to come over the line. He's going to take the victory in race 1. Ben Faulkner, 228, Familiar Motorsports, crosses the line first at Long Beach. Get used to that number. Get used to that name. I fear we're going to be saying this quite a lot as he comes over and takes the victory in race 1. Then we've got Kat Kazunis comes over in second. Byrne there in third. Ty Delaney leads the Pro-Ams. So great job from Ty, and the next Pro-Am behind it is Mark Turner, with Matt Feely not too far away taking the third place there as well. In the AMs, we've got Shane Nowens who's going to take the victory in the AMs here. Some great jobs from these guys. Hopefully I'll say that and he doesn't go and hit the wall. Wakefield unfortunately for Kevin, in second place. Had that contact with Tyler Sheaf, slowed it down a little bit, and then we got Johnston in third. That was obviously the freeway fight for last season for the victory. Wakefield, Johnston, and Sinkovic, and it all come down to the final race of the season. But it is Shane now as he does take the victory in the AMS as well. Great racing. Bring on race 2. That's all we can say.
I'll tell you what, these boys have done an amazing job. That was such close racing from top to bottom. I've just told Ben if he can come to the green room so we have a bit of a quick chin wag with him and see if we can get him to drive maybe with 3 gears instead of 5 for the rest of the race.
Put him in a Formula V. You know what I mean? Right,
yeah.
You're in a V.
Yeah, I think we're going to lead. Maybe you can put weight restrictions in these cars, but yeah, we'll see. You know what? No safety car.
No, I am surprised by that.
No safety car. Yeah, I am too. But it's good to see the boys have kept it clean. They've kept it tight. We've seen a lot of awesome battles. Here we go. Go for it, mate.
Ben Faulkner is your winner with Sam Katakazunis in second and Dan Byrne in third. That's your 1, 2, 3 in your pros. Winner of the Pro-Am, Ty Delaney there, is separated from his group with Shane Ratcliffe, Jamie Davis and Doug Gowans. Then we've got Mark Turner and Matt Feely who rounds out the Pro-Am podium. Dan Batouche, Mark Cochran, Mitch Noble, Cam Hardwick, Jordan Ferguson, David Gallo, Josh Houghton and Dean Sinkovic in 17th. Then we've got Shane Nowens who takes the victory in the AMS. He's got Ryan Price and Josh King between his major competitors this season of Kevin Wakefield and Greg Johnston. That's your 1, 2, 3. Stephen Pigley finishes in 23rd, Wayne Edwards 24th, Tyler Sheaf at 25th, Carl Gretsch 26th, Phil Buckland 27th, Brad Anderson 28th, and then we've got Jack Anderson down in 29th place. Moving on, Brendan Soper, Marty Walker, Callum Hodgkinson and Ben Simpson there rounds out the final end of the grid. Epic. That, I think, are we going to be saying Ben Faulkner takes the victory quite a lot this season, Steve? Because by the looks of that, it could be something we're saying quite often.
Oh, look, he's fast. He is fast. There's no shadow of a doubt he is fast. These boys are already gritting up. They've got a 1.2 minute start. They'll probably change that to 3 in a second.
No.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, Jacko's fast repair was unchecked. I had to sit and do repairs. Oh, did I hear somebody say Formula V? Yes, Caleb Belloc, you did. We're going to stick Ben Faulkner in a Formula V to race against the GR86s. Sounds fair.
Got a stupid question there from Hamish. Pineapple on pizza, Steve? Hell no, mate. That's sacrilegious. You don't mix fruits with hot, spicy sausages, that's for sure.
Well, I guess after this could be my last one because I actually like pineapple on pizza. I'm not going to lie. So there we go. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Won't see you next week.
That was for you, Hamish. He always asks that stupid question.
I don't mind it.
Anyone out there?
I don't mind pineapple on pizza. I don't mind pineapple on pizza.
Oh, no, I'm not a fan at all, mate. Not a fan at all. Yeah, I'd rather have something nice, spicy, with mushrooms and the light, whatever. But anyway, these boys are all pitting down. How good is it to see this many cars on grid, JP?
Mate, we've got 36. Well, 34. I think that's...
Don't see that very often in any leagues.
No, I think it's... To be fair, league racing in general, I think across the spectrum has settled down a little bit. You know what I mean? I think some, league racing has settled down quite a bit. So it's good to see that we've got 33 there as well. Pineapple plus jalapenos, underrated combo, said Jacko. I agree. I think there's a few odd one outs here. Right.
So what have we got now from the starting positions, mate? This is we got the front of the grid.
So we have got Dan Batu sitting in front with Matt Feely in second, Mark Turner in third, Doug Gowans fourth on that one, and we've got 3. There we go. Once again, we are up and running here this evening for this race here at Long Beach. Another 20-minute sprint, Steve.
What? I thought tonight's a super sprint night. I didn't realise that. I thought tonight was a 2040. I could be wrong. But that's in saying that. Oh, look at that! It's gone around and around he goes. Where we got 3 wide, 4 wide. The guys are doing really well apart from that one little spin half Shane Ratcliffe. Ben has already got himself a couple of places up by the look of it.
Yeah, Ben Faulkner is up 5 places with Dan Byrne there in 6th. Absolutely flying. He made a meteoric jump right at the beginning. We've got Matt Feely sitting out in front with Mark Turner currently, Dan Batouche, Doug Gowans, Ben Faulkner, Dan Byrne with Jamie Davis in there, and Ty Delaney and Cam Hardwick. Dan Byrne sitting currently ahead in 6th place. Oh, there was a big thump on the wall there. Ben Faulkner now up into 4th. He's up 6 already.
Wow, he's doing really well. We're having someone here making a pass. Is he going to stick it? Ben Faulkner's doing well across there. What do we got behind him?
Mark Cochran and Josh Houghton.
Oh, a bit of a loose head from that Vimalian car then.
Yeah, then we got Matt Feely still out in front. This is going to come over the line for the very first time here. Mark Turner, Dan Batouche, Ben Faulkner, Doug Gowans. Your next set. There we go. They are all there with Ben Faulkner sitting in, which looks like could be 3rd place by the time he gets past Dan Batouche on his run down into turn 1. Is he going to be able to get it done before turn 1? Not at the moment. He has got it done. Ben Faulkner, 7 places by lap 1. And he's now sitting in 3rd place.
Wow. He's having an exceptional drive. He must be a fan of this track. Ben Simpson is manually disconnected, so Ben's probably had enough because it's a tight grid for a rookie to drive on of this many cars. You've really got to be prepared to. Oh, look at Ben go!
That's another one.
Jesus, another one. That is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was Turner. He's just passed.
Yeah, and now he's up literally 8 places. And is sitting in 2nd place. I see Cam Hardwick has just gone down the order, unfortunately for Cam.
Oh, Hardwick.
Yeah, round he's gone. Let's have a look and see what he got himself up to here. Oh, that's just going to be too much power. Round he goes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's nearly taken his teammate out as well.
Yeah, I think that might be Kat Kazunis in that red liveried machine there. So I think Sam Kat Kazunis might have had something to do with that.
You've got that many cars close. Have a look how close they all are. You make a mistake, you get it in the wall, you're going to lose 15 to 20 positions.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
Delaney's doing well as well. I was wondering, there you've changed it. The pros were in the 2nd row, and I'm like, oh, this is confusing me.
No, it does it when
it's already in 1st place.
It does it when they change. If a pro leads the race, they go to the top. You see,
changed automatically.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
So
you learn something new every day.
Yeah, nothing to do with that.
Faulkner is in the lead for the pro at the moment, and we've got Feely out front. That's why it looks that way. Feely is actually sitting in position 1 at the moment, leading the pack around now. He's no slouch. He's no slouch at all. He's a good driver. He just lacks a bit of consistency, he's out there to have fun. He's not a serious guy that if something goes wrong, he spits a dummy. He'll have a giggle and have a laugh. He will race in the lounge 1 with the other boys and have a bit of fun as well. But right now, he's not in that room, so he'll be taking this real tough and real serious because he knows he's got a very vicious competitor right behind him. Let's see how Ben takes this corner and where he ends up. Geez, he's taken it well. He's took it real sharp and he got right up the back of Feely. He's already showing him overlap. There's got to be careful across this wall. You can't push him too much.
It's going to get the move done, I think.
Man, he's already done it. Will Feely back off into this corner and live to fight another day?
No, it's going to go side by side.
He's going to fight him all the way through.
Job
done. Well done by both of them. A lot of respect. That was really crazy by Feely because Feely is fighting out of class there. He's a Pro-Am fighter against the pro there in that corner, and that could have quite easily cost him a lot of position at time. Now that he's the lead pro-am in this race at the moment.
Yeah, Matt Feely sitting second overall there as he's battling away, trying to keep hold of Ben Faulkner this time, making sure Ben doesn't have it all his own way. But well, if it's
maybe aggression over that curve then.
Yeah, he just drives it in a different way. Yeah, completely different way.
He's got a really soft rear end at the moment by the look of it, because the car's just absorbing all the bumps. And you look at some of the other ones when they go over their bumps, they're sliding, which means they've probably got a bit harder suspension in the rear setup, and the car is firmer, so it's sliding.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Harvey's called something in. Wakefield just called something in. Haven't seen any results on any penalties as yet.
This is Cab Hardwick. So whether or not this was all on his own, again, looks like we've seen this corner before, and it is the same corner. Same corner for Cam there. Unfortunately, where he had his spin earlier on, and that's the problem, isn't it? You know what I mean? But yeah, it should be interesting. Turner now has got Batouche tucked up right behind him, so Mark Turner's going to have an interesting one as he's got Dan Batouche tucked up behind him currently.
Yeah, 100%. The series is, like we said, tough and close. Have a look at the timing tower, viewers. Everything is very close. A couple of 3/10s, 4/10s, 3/10s. The gaps are very close, some of these boys, and it pans out a little bit more. Only down around the 25th, 23rd car onwards. 22nd car onwards, from Ratcliffe onwards. The rest of them are all very, very close.
Yeah. And they're even close all the way down here with Josh King, who's trying to fight out Jordan Ferguson there, the Englishman on the racetrack. The only Englishman in the field.
Ferguson's the Englishman.
Yep.
Which team's he racing for?
Velocity Racing Team, apparently.
That's for Hamish's team.
So, yeah, Jordan Ferguson, an Englishman. Who knew?
Yeah. Oh, look at the bounce out of that. Who's that? That's one of my boys.
Yeah, that's Josh King.
King is driving really well. Oh, look, he's got the rotation around that corner real well. He's going to be able to fight for position down here, maybe take one. He's got to get some overlap before this slight right-hander so that he can't get pushed out of position. Oh, but you got Gallo just waiting in the wings behind the two of them to see which one he's going to get the better draft out of and push through. I don't think you're going to fit through the middle there, Gallo. But here we go. Both have held the wall nice and clean. Gallo's still there sniffing, waiting for one of them to make a mistake just to get through.
I think Gallo's just sat there waiting patiently, isn't he? He doesn't really need to push the situation. Faulkner's already cleared Feely by 2.5 seconds. Feely's got 1.6 from Turner, and then Gowans is another further 1.1 behind that. So this goes continue to fight. Josh King now looking. Oh, he's gone round.
Oh no, he's over-rotated the car. He was doing so well. Bad luck, mate. Bad luck. Keep the chin up, mate, and keep fighting.
Josh King's going to have to try and come back. Mark Turner with Dan Batouche here. Batouche in that dark green liveried machine in celebration of Anzac Day. Is he going to be able to make out the final corner? He's not. What about Gowans? What about Davis? Is Davis going to be able to come from the back here, Steve, and take 4 places in one corner?
He's looking good. He's looking very good. He got a great exit out of that hairpin, but so did Bartouche. Bartouche got a fantastic exit through there. For a slow little car, the racing is all so super competitive. Have a look at this. Turner, Bartouche, he's going to make it stick. Are they going to give? Oh, that was so close. That nearly created a Constantina effect then, because then Jamie Davis nearly got a little slap by Josh Horton from behind him as well. Supernova Motorsport, Ben Faulkner is also English. There you go.
I did check at that, and according to IRacing, he's from Australia. So, contact.
Yeah. Oh no!
Dougie Gowans.
Oh, there was a bit of an overlap there, and one went left, one went right, and it looks like they tagged each other. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. I'll leave that one to race control.
Oh.
Oh.
Who was that in that blue car?
So there was Doug Gowans and Jamie Davis. Gowans has called that in, and Davis has called that in. I think Davis actually, I'm not sure, one of them said something about moving under brakes, so I'm not sure what the story is there. We'll hear something shortly.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll wait on that one. Jamie Davis is now behind Josh Houghton. We're carrying on 11 minutes. We've got 9 minutes to go here of race number 2. And at the moment, Faulkner out in front with Feely, Batouche, Houghton, Davis and Delaney. So we'll see how these one goes on. We'll wait for them stewards' calls to see and come back to us as well. Mark Cochran
has got less than 10th on the back of Ferguson. He is going crazy behind him now. Look at these two as well, Cochran and Noble.
As they continue
it's a really tight spot. These Apex boys are really good. They're very, very respectful on track. A really good team to race against.
Yeah.
Here we go. Car 73 has a drive-through penalty for contact with the opposing car. Lap 4, turn 1. 73 is who? That
Shane Nowens.
Dougie Gowans. So I think the result of that was moving under brakes. There was another call there as well.
Shane Nowens.
No, Shane Newens is number 73.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shane Newens was black flagged. I think the incident with Davis and Gowans was called no further action. Probably equal to blame, I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look at that. Oh, look at that move from Mitch. Get it on the inside, son. Well done. Keep the momentum going. Have a look how many cars there are on here, people, and they're all still fighting like crazy. Hodgkinson, Anderson, they're all fighting close. Noble, and what we're watching now with Gallo and Cochran. These guys are really close. Then we've got Horton at the top as well. You don't know where to look. There's just so many people competing at so many different levels.
Yeah, they are, as these guys continually fighting it out. Who's going to come out on top out of Noble, Gallo and Cochran? As you can see, Josh Houghton up the front end of the field. That's Batouche in front of him. Can he hold him on as they're coming around the left-hander of Tech Cake Turn? Round that left-hander they go. Now they've got to go down on the run, down Pine Avenue, down round the right-hander before they get on Seaside Way. And at the moment, Josh Houghton's just not close enough, I don't think, to get the move done into Firestone. Is he going to be able to keep him and use that draft to close the gap now as well? Houghton's closing in. Batouche is on the inside. He's turned around and said, if you're going to go, you've got to go on the outside now. Is he going to be able to make it through? Oh, he's pushing the wall. Josh Houghton round the outside gets the job done through Firestone Turn. Absolutely amazing move.
Well, some great fighting there. Josh is like great little driver. Callum Hodgkinson just got himself a drive-through contact with car 73 at lap 5. Car 73 is... Who was that contact made with? That was with Shane Newens.
Yeah. Yeah, but Josh Houghton still got Batouche there. He's gone past Batouche. He's now got Batouche closing him down again. Dan Burns got Mark Turner for company on that one. Gallo's got Cochran. Noble's dropped off just a little bit. Now we've got Dean Sinkovic. He's got Shane Ratcliffe, Jack Anderson and Wayne Edwards closing him down at a rapid rate of knots coming into the last 5 minutes here of race number 2.
He's the talk in the bottle.
He is, but he doesn't need to move, does he?
No, he doesn't. I'm already seeing some drivers with some improvement from last season. Batouche is one of them. The other one is Mark Turner. Both of them seem like they've lifted up, but their driving is just that little bit sharper. So I'm tipping they've had some practice over the off-season.
Yeah, I think when you see...
He's whacked that tail. He's held it. He's nearly taken the guy beside him. Who was that?
I think that Wayne Edwards and behind that Jack
Anderson. That was close.
Yeah, Edwards and Anderson behind that. Dean has got literally Ratcliffe after his mistake early on in race 2 is now all at the back. Dean's got that all wrong. He has got that all wrong. You don't use your brake in the middle of the corner, and Ratcliffe has made it through. Unfortunately, Dean went a little bit hot, had to dab the brake to get it slowed down, and then unfortunately made that one mistake. That's the thing, though. It's so easily done, isn't it? You know, you and I both know you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes, but you know that 20 minutes that feels like a long time when you're in the car, and there's pressure on every corner. You don't get it. This bit here, this straight here, is the only time you really get to reconnect and reflect. The rest of the race is all tough corner, left, right, move all over the place. There's a blue flag, I think. That car was moving out of the way. That puts Ty right through. Katakazinos on the pressure as well. What have we got in classes-wise? Matty Feely is doing extremely well, sitting up in second place still. He has done an epic drive. He's leading the Pro-Ams. Bartouche is behind him. So Bartouche and Matty Feely sitting up very high in the natural order of things for Pro-Ams. So doing really, really well.
Yeah, these guys having an absolutely...
what about a spin at the back? Was that Turner?
Was that? I think. Yeah, I think it literally was him, but I don't think he spun the car. I think he just slid it and then just had to try and hold on and hope. But Gallo and Cochrane now coming after him. Through Firestone they go, the right-hander, then they're going to go Indy left, then down into the final corner. That tight right-hander that literally comes back on yourself. Probably one of the most feared corners in iRacing, I think, this one, especially if you're in a multi-class race.
Oh, 100%. 100%. There's a multi-class... These boys, sorry, I was reading a message. Someone sent me a message in the same way through. The amount of the multi-classes just makes it that little bit harder for blue flags as well. So you've got to be careful of the blue flag guys and the slower cars that all of a sudden you're going to come up onto.
Yeah, you have. I'm going to see, interested to see how Gallo's going to clear this one. I can't actually see him going to be able to do that. I'm a bit lost as to where, because Cochrane's got some pace on him, Turner's got some pace on him, and him and Gallo have just got to try and clear as much as possible, but I just don't think they're going to be able to get it through here. It's almost going to be the final lap of the race, near enough, as they're going to be coming. That is Ben Faulkner, your leader. He's going to be coming through the Indy left now, through the final corner, onto the brakes he goes, literally overlaps his hands to get that turned. 1:30 on the clock. It is going to be the final lap this time around. Barney should be waving frantically as Ben Faulkner takes the white flag. Looks like we're going to be saying that same thing again. He's going to take the victory again.
Well, there's a top 5 reverse for the last heat, mate. But I'll tell you something real special. Stephanie Piccoli coming across to take her first win in the AMS.
She's not done yet, mate. We're on the white flag.
Yet, no.
White flag lap. So she's got 12 seconds to Wakefield, though, mind you. So she's in with a great opportunity here. But Ben Faulkner is on his way now down into tick turn. The left-hander. And then he's not got much room left of racetrack to take the victory in race number 2. Before we go into the third one, Jamie Davis is still got Dan Bertucci in front of him. Looks like Bertucci's going to wrap this one up here. What has happened to Ty Delaney?
Not sure, but he's dropped a few places. He's got some damage. I think he's finding some damage at the front end. And that's put Katakazinos right on the back of him.
What happened to Matty Feely?
He had an incident. I heard him call something in. Oh, he's tapped that wall. Oh, he's tapped that inner wall, and he's bounced off into whoever that was coming behind him as well.
But it is going to be Ben Faulkner.
Concentration.
Ben Faulkner takes the victory here. What about Dan Batouche and Davis? It's going to be a run down to the line. And it looks like Batouche is going to wrap up the Pro-Ams. Davis looks like he's going to get second place in the pros. Comes over the third line. Batouche gets that second place there as well. Great finishes from both of them. Dan Batouche takes the Pro-Am victory. Faulkner takes the pros. And as we said, what is happening down here with Stephanie Piccoli as she's going around the right-hander down Seaside Way for the final time. Stephanie Piccoli, if by what I can remember here, Steve, this is her first ever win.
I believe so, yes. I believe this is her first win. I don't think I've seen Steph come, and she's even going to make a pass to finish it off. Well done, Steph. I believe this is her first win in SRW League anyway.
Yeah, I don't remember last season getting a victory in class, but she is going to come over the line. Stephanie Piccoli is going to take the victory in the AMS. First win, we believe the first ever win on an SRW broadcast and a league race. So great job from Steph there with Kevin Wakefield a long way back with Anderson behind that as well. So it's a great racing, great job, massive congrats for Steph there for taking the first victory in class and in a race, and also a tricky racetrack like Long Beach.
Yeah, 100%. It's no small feat at all. She has done an exceptional job to do that, and good on her. And she's beaten some guys that have been considerably faster than her in the last few seasons. She's beaten her teammates as well. So good job, Steph.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's bring you up the results for race number 2. Ben Faulkner is your victor with Jamie Davis in second. And then we've got Dan Batouche, Ty Delaney, top 2 in Pro and Am. Sam Katakazunis rounds out the podium in the pros. Dan Byrne, David Gallo. Then we've got Mark Turner finishing off the Pro Am podium. Mark Cochran in 9th, Mitch Noble 10th, Jordan Ferguson in 11th. Then you've got Shane Ratcliffe, Dean Sinkovic, Wayne Edwards, Josh King, Jack Anderson, and Marty Walker. And as you just heard, Stephanie Piccoli takes the victory in the AMS. First ever, we believe, victor in class here in a league race. Callum Hodgkinson, 19th, Doug Gowans, Kevin Wakefield, Brad Anderson, Matt Feely, Tyler Sheaf, Cam Hardwick, Carl Gretchen, Phil Buckland, all a lap down. And then we've got Brendan Soper, Ryan Price, Greg Johnson, Shane Nowens, Josh King, and Josh is the last one on that one. Well, on to one more, Steve, I believe.
Yeah, the lot of fun out there. I'll tell you what, I'm just listening to some of the conversations going on in the background by race control and stuff like that. So there's a few people have been a bit naughty. There's a bit of chitter-chatter going on. I'm listening in. Yeah, there's a few people getting grumpy, but it's always happens when that happens at a tight track like this with so many cars and so much action.
Yeah, it definitely is. When you're going to get this amount of cars, you're going to have this problem as well. We're going to into a brief 10-minute warm-up now as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that will give us a minute. Steve, I think that's just about the right time for us to grab a drink and have a quick break for a minute before we get back for the final race.
Alone.
Okay, guys, we are back again. We're coming into the last minute of warm-up here before we get this underway. I think it's safe to say we've had 2 epic races so far. Steve, what do we think the third one's going to bring us?
Much of the same. We've got a top 5 reverse now. So the boys are already having a chat to them. And they pretty much said, broadcasting had plenty of time to do their bits and pieces of the grid and all that sort of stuff, blah, blah, blah. So they'll be going to race within 2 minutes of the end of this session. What have we got as in grid positions now? There's a top 5 reverse. That means Ben will be starting from 5th place, working his way backwards from those boys. And on the track, we've got Mr. Daniel Byrne, probably just trying to get some last-minute touch-ups.
Yeah, I wouldn't generally do a lot during the warm-up, to be honest. I would probably just sit back, chill out, and do what we've pretty much done. Got a drink, you know, pop to the toilet, and that's about it, to be honest. I'm not one for driving around in a warm-up.
Warm-up for me is P, usually if it's a section like this, what's that? P1 is practice, P2 is quali, P3 is heat 1, P3 is heat 2, warm-up. Yeah, that'll be P4 for me.
Yeah, exactly. You and me both. Sam Katkazunis is on pole with Ty Delaney in second, Dan Batouche third. Jamie Davis, Ben Faulkner, Dan Byrne rounds out the top 6, and David Gallo, Mark Turner, Mark Cochran, Mitch Noble, your final 10, and Jordan Ferguson and Shane Ratcliffe in 11th and 12th. Moving on from that one, we've got Dean Sinkovic in 13th, Wayne Edwards, Josh Houghton, Jack Anderson, Marty Walker, Stephanie Pickley, Callum Hodgkinson, Doug Gowans, Kevin Wakefield, Brad Anderson, Matt Feely, and Tyler Sheaf. Moving on, Cam Hardwick, Carl Gretsch, Phil Buckland, Brent Soper, Ryan Price, Greg Johnson, Shane Nowans, Josh King, and Ben Simpson brings up the rear. I'm not sure if Ben's going to actually take to the start here, but we're going to get this up and running. Sam Katkazunis on pole. Can we have a clean race? Will it be a manic one, Steve? What do we think?
I reckon they've had their 3 bits. They're going to be out and they're going to fight it. I reckon we're going to finally get a safety car.
Okay, well, the lights are on, 5 lights. Now we're up and running, and we are green, green, green. It looks like Jamie Davis, Mark Turner, and Ryan Price are in the pit lane there. Not entirely sure why they missed their starts, but Kazunas leads us away currently with Ty Delaney in second. Ben Faulkner is now up into 4th. He's sending it 3 wide, trying to get blocked off by Kat Kazunas. He's not going to deter it. Faulkner goes all the way down the inside, takes the lead. Kat Kazunas has got a bumper wave. Oh, that's chaos.
He's rotating around. Oh, he's got nowhere to go. That's all blocked up. It's causing more chaos. There it is. There's about 5 cars turned around the wrong way.
More.
Oh, look at this. I did predict there was going to be carnage in this first bit. I don't know if they're going to safety car or not, whether they're just going to tow them early. That was a bit crazy. We got Ben's made his way through. Katakazunos.
I'm wondering if Sam might have a bit to say about the fact that we went 3 wide right at the beginning.
Yeah, that was not the easiest corner to take like that. Made it quite shallow. I'm not sure how Ben made it through. There's that easy. But Sam Katakazunos got tagged in the rear end. So I'm not sure how much damage he is carrying, but it looked like it fixed itself. Like the bumper was hanging off at one point.
Yeah, it was, and now it's just sprung back on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, to be fair. With you, Steve, I can't answer that question. He's a wizard. That's all we'll put it on. That's that one. But yeah, they're continually finding out. Ratcliffe's in the background, he's side by side at the moment. Callum Hodgkinson, then Doug Gowan, Stephanie Pickley up into 11th overall, doing an absolute stellar job. There's more people in the pit lane, but it is Ratcliffe does manage to hang on from Hodgkinson as they're going down into turn 1. Hodgkinson's going to try the inside line. He's a bit far back. Don't dive from that far. And then we've got Shane Nowans here is leading a group of Marty Walker, Carl Gretsch, Phil Buckland, and then Josh King, 1.4 seconds. So 4 cars scrapping it out for that mid-pack, but a bit of a manic start. Seems to have settled down just a little bit. Couple of people into the pits, couple of people out, and it's all getting a little bit scrappy.
It is a bit that first corner, that first left-hander. Some of these guys are trying to take it quite shallow. They won't want to do that too often because they're going to end up into that tyre wall, and that tyre wall will grab you and spin you back into the car coming past you.
Yeah, they've got.
Kazinos is doing really well there, keeping the pace on. It's got Daniel Byrne there. That's 2/10 gap between the two of them right now. That's how close they are.
Absolutely. Kazinos there with Dan Byrne. Byrne in that Carlin's Motorsport machine, and Kazinis in the Velocity Sim Lab red, striking red machine this season. Doing a great job here, hanging on. And Faulkner's closing, opening up the gap, I should say, by about 1.8 seconds at the moment there. So, Ben doing what Ben done. It looks like it's going to be 3 out of 3 for Ben.
Yeah, he's really taken this by the scruff of the neck big time. Some really big movers out there, mate. We've got Josh Horton from, correct me if I'm wrong, from 15th to 6th. Dougie Gowans from 20th to 10th.
Hutchinson up 10 places, Gowans up 10, Hardwick up 14. Then we've got Shane Nowens, who is doing an exceptional job. He's up 18 places. Mind you, after that chaotic start, I'm not surprised that people have gained places from that one.
A few incidents that have been called in. One has just been, two have just been no further action, equal blame. I'm not sure which ones they were, but yeah, I'll let you know if anything juicy comes through.
Yeah, we'll continue to have a listen into the Race Controls channel. Mitch Noble is there, just lost that place to Shane Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe moving through the field. Then we've got Bartouche and Delaney and Byrne and Katkazun is still fighting out. Marty Walker has just lost that place to Josh King. King has just got through on him there. And Mike Walker's looking to come back at him. Don't do it there. You're better off taking your racing line. Ooh, a little bit tight, and he lost loads of time there as well, unfortunately. Looks like Phil Buckland's had a bit of a moment. He's sitting there all on his own. Not entirely sure why he is there. Brad Anderson, he's got Tyler Sheep in front and Ryan Price behind him as these guys continue to fight it out. But it is all about Dan and Byrne and Katkazunis. Burns on the right, Katkazunis on the left. Is he going to make it down into turn one? I think the job's going to get done. Dan Byrne moves himself up into second place there. Clean before turn one, done before turn one, and no real issues.
So I hit that wall just then? That was close. I'm sorry to jump in on you there, mate. Shane Ratcliffe has got himself a drive-through penalty for an incident with car 78, lap 1, turn 1.
It was... I'm not surprised there was some penalties handed out after that lap 1 incident, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were a bit chaotic, weren't they? And Josh Horton and Dan Batouche running side by side. Horton doing a great job there. Gets the job done over Dan Batouche. He moves himself up into 5th overall. So 15 minutes to go here, Steve. Anything can still happen.
100%. And we've got the same few guys that have been fighting it. Katakazunas is having a very consistent race tonight. Top 5 finishes all the way through. Obviously, Ben, need we say more? He is already pulling out to 4 seconds in 4 laps, which is ridiculously fast. Mitch Noble, my boy, is sitting up there pretty high. Where is Jamie Davis gone? All the way down the back. What the hell's happened to Jamie?
He didn't start the race. He started from the...
Did he have a pit lane start?
Yeah, he started from the pit lane.
I wonder why he started from the pit lane. I didn't see any penalties come up. That's all right. We'll find out later on in the race report. But some of those boys are still flying like crazy. The gaps that we can see at the moment, people, you can see that anything that's in yellow is less than a second, and anything that goes orange is less than 5/10. And there's still some mega battles going all the way up and down the field. If there's someone you want to see, someone that you haven't seen tonight, let us know. We'll pop in for a visit while they're driving.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll see if they will have a chat with us here. It's going to be interesting to talk to them while they're at a very tricky circuit, of course. Maybe after, I think, might be best here. But Byrne are still holding on from Katkazunis. Katkazunis has now got Ty Delaney wrapped up right behind him as well. Ty Delaney from Fishy Motorsports. Still doing a great job here, this young man. taking the lead in the Pro-Ams at the moment there, Steve. He's done well, hasn't he, old Ty?
Oh, he's doing an exceptional job, man. He's Mr. Consistent. He's improved in all different levels. Your former broadcast partner, Mr. Tyler Sheaf, has got himself a drive-through penalty.
Oh, well. if he's been
with 283, which is Matthew Feely.
Oh, well, there you go. Unfortunately for Sheafy, he'll be all right. He'll come out, take the punishment.
He's used to it.
Yeah, if something that's happened all the time. Stephanie Pigley's just cleared, did clear Shane Nowens, but I think they're fighting side by side at this moment in time. They are. Nowens is trying to go up the inside of the final corner. Pigley can't make the rotation. That stops Ratcliffe and Marty Walker. Ratcliffe's just cleared Walker as well. Pigley's going to be in a free wide situation very soon, unless you can do something about it. And Pigley's on the left, Ratcliffe on the right, and then we've got Walker behind, and then behind that is Mark Turner. He's trying to come through the field as well. They're too deep, too wide, too deep. Ratcliffe goes ahead. Pigley tries to come off the line. Better off staying where you are. And now Turner does clear Walker, but now he's got Pigley for company as Ratcliffe has just cleared Nowens. So.
Oh, Turner has really gone in deep on her in that spot. That's not really a passing spot, but he's really made it work.
Yeah, he definitely did. He went into a place there, and not an ideal scenario for them, but there we go. They've managed to get it done, make it work. Dan Batouche, Josh Houghton. Batouche has got now Delaney wrapping up right behind him as well as we're going into the final 10 minutes.
Final 10 minutes of a 3:20-minute sprint race, people, and I hope you guys have enjoyed as much as I have. Being out here for the first time on a Thursday night as a host with the legendary JP.
Don't know about legendary, Steve. Don't know about
building it.
Yeah, I'll take it, but I don't know about legendary, I should say. Yeah, but there we go. We'll crack on with this as Dan Batouche and Delaney continue to fight. Josh King has now got Gretsch there, and in front of him at the moment, Carl Gretsch in that machine right in front of Josh King. Is King going to be able to make the move down into turn one? He's looking at edging out. He's making the overlap known. Gretsch covers him off. King's trying to go the other side. Gretsch covers him again. What about the third time lucky for Josh King? No, he cannot make it down into turn one, and he's going to have to follow now until Gretsch makes a mistake.
Get the pressure on. Get the pressure on, Kitty. Get going. Steph Piccoli's just called something in, mate. Someone's given her a bit of a bump and run, and RC are looking at it at the moment.
Piccoli down here currently. Oh, it all got a little bit messy through the fountain by the looks of it.
Yeah. Oh, teammates.
Yeah, Cochrane's just gone through on Piccoli, and then we've got Soper who's trying to make his way through as well. So there's continued action all the way through, but it is still fighting up here at the front end of the field.
Whoa. That's another one that's improved dramatically as well, mate. That's Brendan Soper as well. He's moved leaps and bounds as well. He's gone himself a lot faster, a lot more consistent.
I think there's a couple of drivers who have, haven't they? They've used that off-season really well to try and get some practice in. And to be fair, you've stuck them on very tricky tracks. So I'm not surprised they have all started getting the practice in. But Faulkner, 9 seconds down the road.
Well, maybe this is the type of track that'll get the animal out of them and get them a bit more relaxed for the more simpler tracks.
Yeah, I can't see it myself. I think Ben is going to be the... we need the Mr. De Bono back and give Ben a little bit of a fight, I think, on that one. But these guys continually fight. Houghton, Byrne, Batouche, Delaney, Kat Kazunis. Kat Kazunis slowly edging away here, Steve. Hopefully he'll be able to escape a little bit, because if he gets dragged back into it again, he's going to be stuck there.
Bit of a different breaking point there. I just noticed then that Josh Horton broke a little bit earlier than Daniel Byrne, which made Daniel Byrne pull up just slightly again there. But he's made traction back on him now again. It's going to be interesting in his hairpin to the right. who's going to get the better exit.
Yeah, it's going to be the run down into turn one. You can see how tight they've done it there. I don't know if a lot is going to change. Katkazun is still trying to escape as much as he physically can. Then we've got Houghton and Byrne behind that one. And then Batouche and Delaney looks like he's got a slow exit out the final corner. Not going to make that move down into turn one. What about Houghton? Is he going to be able to hold on from Byrne? Byrne's sitting there in that red and white Carlin's Motorsport machine. No, not this time. No. What about Wakefield and Soper and Piccoli down in the AMS? Piccoli leading third. Nowens is up the road. Gretsch is up the road as well. The young lad, Carl Gretsch, doing a great job here, leading the AMS at the moment. A bit of a rough night for the young gentleman, but it seems to be getting it all right in race 3.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. We're watching guys down in, what are they, 20th position, somewhere around there, and we're still battling for sheep stations. There's just no holding back at all.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And you kind of sit back and think, well, you're glad they're not, because obviously they're making each place valuable, aren't they? And giving it a purpose, because sometimes when they are down this low, it doesn't always mean that they want to fight. But Carl Gretsch has got it all to fight for as he's leading the AMS. Piccoli and Wakefield there as well. Gretsch did manage to hang on from Josh King. Is King going to get him on that next left-hander, that next right-hander? Nope, can't get him again. Gretsch hanging on. King... Oh, both of them hit the wall.
Ooh, both kissed the wall. I guess the thing that why they're all fighting from top to bottom is because the points go all the way to the last driver. So they all get a point. So it's crucial they get that extra bit of space or points or position. So it all affects their end of the year title fight.
Yeah, every point counts, and I think you've got to use race 1 or round 1 to get them points. King's going to try to cut back. Didn't quite get it right going around the last corner.
Not right at all.
No, it was miles away from where he probably should have been. But he's still trying to fight it out here. Still trying to scrap it out. Batouche is still leading Delaney. Houghton still leading Byrne. Nothing's going on with them guys at the moment at the front. But can they get through? Can Stephanie Piccoli hold on as well? Now taking second because Nowens is into the pit lane in the AMS. Stephanie doing a great job. It's got Jack Anderson, Ryan Price, Callum Hodgkinson until she gets to Kevin Wakefield, who's the main one in the class. You can see Kev just in the back, the second white car of this pack. Piccoli goes on the inside. Anderson sweeps around the outside. What about Ryan Price? You don't want to give these places up too quick, otherwise she's going to be in the hands and clutches of Kevin Wakefield.
Yes, 100%. She's got to make sure she keeps that gap of buffer of a couple of cars between the two of them to make sure she's in a good position. This is going to be a really good round for Steph. First and currently running second. Even if she finishes in the top 3, that's very solid. Greg Johnson's come back to a better race. He struggled in the second heat. Not sure what happened there, but he's sitting now in 4th. So the boys are all battling again. So this AMS title is going to be a very tightly fought title all the way through. Oh, nearly. Bryce nearly cut the nose off then.
Piccoli's got a bit of a gap though. 20 seconds to Gretsch now after being in this pack. He's going to try and go out the inside. That's Jack Anderson.
Well positioned.
Yeah, but the problem is he ends up being offline for the Indy left, and then everybody just kind of sweeps past her.
She's opened herself up to Pricey. Oh, she's hugged it too tight. It's cost her 3 spots and possibly a podium position.
Run the wall.
She's side by side with Kevin. 91. Josh has just called that something in there. Wakefield's made herself in front of it, so she's cost herself a podium position, but she's still in a good position for the overall for the night.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Stephanie Piccoli, I believe that is a back marker at the bottom there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. I think that is a back marker situated in front now. So Kev Wakefield has got a bit of a break. I think that might be Matt Feely. It is Feely in there. Feely's going to clear Wakefield. That's going to allow Piccoli and Wakefield to go back at it and continue their fight as we'll be going into the last 2 minutes very shortly. Your leader is around the fountain. He's going to get one and one more here, though, Steve. And again, Ben Faulkner. Well, I don't really know what we can say about him, to be honest.
Yeah, he's proven that he's got the pace. Where I'm hoping it's just track specific, but my gut tells me Ben's going to be fast no matter where he goes. I've seen him drive in the IMSA series and other series as well. He's a very fast and accomplished driver.
Yeah, it's definitely looking at it.
If he's requesting a toe.
No. What happened here was Steph coming in. They all just end up getting bunched up there.
Yeah.
Didn't they? And it all just kind of goes on that one. Sheafy has jumped back to the pits. So unfortunately for Tyler Sheaf, he's gone back to the pit lane after having his own little moment there again. But Faulkner now out in front, going to be starting the final lap of the race. There he goes. Ben Faulkner is 1 minute 30 seconds away from taking 3 out of 3. It's all kind of spread out now because now you got Dan Byrne in second, and you got Ty Delaney, Dan Batouche, Doug Gowans, Mitch Noble. Where did we lost one? Who did we lose in that front pack?
Davis. He's dropped all the way down.
No, Davis didn't start, did he? Because he had a pit lane.
That's right.
There's Josh King in the background. He's just gone round. Kevin Wakefield is there with Hodgkinson. Side by side at the moment. This isn't a battle in class. This is a battle just for position on the racetrack. And Wakefield there. That's Jamie Davis. Davis does just go through, and Kev Wakefield goes into second, back into second of the AMS with Piccoli in third. So where is our leader? He is on his way down now for the final few corners here, Steve, and I think you can safely say Ben Faulkner has just been on a different level.
He is. Definitely a different level, man. He's done an exceptional drive, and he's pushed it all the way to the end. He's got himself a 15. He'll be a 16-second gap to burn by the time he gets across the finish line, and he hasn't taken the foot off the accelerator all the way through.
No, absolutely. He's going to come over the line. Ben Faulkner from Vermilion Motorsports makes it 3 out of 3. And then Dan Byrne will be in second place there. Ty Delaney from Fishy Motorsports is going to take the win in the Pro-Ams. So great job from Ty as he takes the Pro-Am victory. Well done to him. And then Dougie Gowans is going to round out third in the Pros. So Doug Gowans comes over the line in third place. Stellar job once more from him. And then after that will be Mitch Noble, who's going to round out second in the Pro-Ams with Cam Hardwick in third.
Yeah, that's 2 podiums for Mr. Noble tonight. And in the amateurs, we've got Kyle Gretsch in first place, followed by Kevin Wakefield and Greg Johnson in third.
So why? Piccoli. I wonder what happened and why it's got picked right at the end. Just to open up the inside. And Johnson says, thank you very much into turn one. Got to be a little bit more defensive, I think, on that one.
Yeah, she opened it up a little bit too much there and gave Greg a little bit too much respect.
I think so as well. But let's wait for the final results to come up before we can bring you on your screen. And they are up and ready. Right. Here we go. Ben Faulkner is your winner once more with Dan Bird in second and Ty Delaney in third. And Ty wraps up the Pro-Ams. Doug Gowans finishes off the podium in the Pros. Then you've got Mitch Noble and Cam Hardwick for the Pro-Ams. Shane Ratcliffe in seventh. Dan Batuche, Mark Turner ninth. Carl Gretsch down in 10th. Great job from him winning the AMs with Mark Cochran, Callan Hodgkinson, Jack Andrews and Jamie Davis in between himself, Greg Johnson and Stephanie Pigley. I'm wondering if Kevin Wakefield got a penalty there right at the end, because he has dropped out of where I've got him at second place and he's actually in fourth. So not too sure what happened to him. Doug Gallo, David Gallo, Ryan Price, Josh Houghton, Dean Sinkovic, Jordan Ferguson, Shane Nowans, Brad Anderson, Josh King and Sam Katkazunis down in 26th place. Then you've got Brendan Soper, Marty Walker, Matt Feely, Wayne Edwards and Tyler Sheaf with Phil Buckland rounding it out there. I'm not entirely sure what happened to Greg right at the end. Oh, hold on.
Not sure.
Well, we can have a look now. I'm wondering if Greg's out of fuel here.
Possibly.
He's coming into the final corner.
Kyle Gresh ran out of fuel as well. He's on before his cool down. Yep. Looks like he has.
Yeah.
Yep.
There goes Greg.
So where did he end up finishing?
Fourth in class. And there goes Stephanie. Gutted.
So we're on board with Kevin, was it?
Yeah, we were on board with Kevin, and why Kevin was down where he was now. So, yeah, a bit strange on that one. But we've got your winner, Mr. Ben Faulkner, in the booth for a chat. Ben, welcome in, buddy. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right, mate. You know, I've just watched you literally dominate 3 races. I've just seen you come through and go from 5th to 1st in one corner. Yeah, you're going to give anyone else a chance this season, or is this it now for you? You're going to win every race?
It decimated the
field.
field.
I don't know. It was good fun. I enjoyed it. I was hoping for a safety car in this one at least. Spice it up a bit, but didn't end up getting one in the end. Josh did pretty well to get up there, but then had an incident which caused him to have to tow at the end. So, but it is what it is. Good race. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Is this car a bit more relaxed and have a bit of fun for you?
Yeah.
It
a
is,
bit.
Because I've seen you drive the Porsche, and you're a madman in that Porsche. As soon as I saw you register the other day, I thought, "Oh my God, he's going to destroy this field." And early predictions are pretty accurate.
Yeah, I love these cars. They're good. They're good fun to race, and they're good to chill and just jump in and have a good battle. Jumped in practice and thought I'd register, and it was good fun. Enjoyed it. I'll be here for hopefully the next few rounds.
Well,
how do you prefer your car setup? Soft rear end or hard rear end?
I've got it soft at the moment. But yeah, it sort of varies. It's good. This setup's pretty good with bumps. Just traction off, minimum wing. Just pretty much max rotation and use the slip angle to get it to turn.
Nice. You're going to ask something, JP?
I was going to. Well, we answered the question just as I was about to answer it. To be fair, you're obviously going to be here for the next few rounds. Are we going to see you for the whole season? Do we think, or are you just going to be in and out?
I should be. I'm starting uni in a couple of weeks, so I need to see what my schedule is. But if it's free, then I should be here unless I have something else on. I should be here every round.
Awesome stuff. Well, Ben, thank you so much for joining us there, buddy. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
I'd like to shout out Doing OK, Jack Doohan's brand, Vermilion Motorsports, obviously, Berlin Motor Group, Burb Designs, Supernova Motorsports, that's my dad company, shout out to him too, and Hymo Setups.
Awesome stuff. Well, thanks so much there, Ben, for joining us there, buddy, and have a good one, and we'll see you hopefully next week.
Thank you, boys. Thanks for the stream too.
Take care, man.
Great job, mate. Congratulations.
Right, next up we'll have a chat with Dan Byrne, who finished second in the pros. Dan, welcome in, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you guys?
I'm all right, mate. I don't know about Steve. Steve, you're good?
I'm sensational, mate. I'm happy actually behind the mic at the moment, so it's pretty good, mate. I'm just wondering, Dan, you're going to put some practice in, mate, or what's going on? Because we can't have Ben whipping your ass by that many seconds.
I know he's running away with it. I was a bit worried when I saw his name pop up because he's got a bit of a reputation, and yeah, obviously I need to put in a little bit more time. Maybe I need to step away from the F3s and focus on the GR86s.
Oh, I can't see you doing that.
Nah, I love them too much.
Isn't that your bread and butter, the F3s?
It is, but I mean, I have been doing okay in the GR86 as well. So yeah, I'll share my time between them, I think.
Nice. Well, that's one thing, JP. With a fast guy like Ben in the series, it's gonna get other boys wanting to pick up their pace, like Daniel just said. Maybe some more practice from other guys as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody's got to be the same way, Dan, haven't they? You know, the field's increased, the driver skills got better as well. Surely you're going to have to go out and practice, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I will. This track isn't my bread and butter. I think I've raced here once before. So I was a little bit worried. I feel like I could have pushed a little bit harder. I know in my practice sessions I was pushing harder and my lap times were quicker than what I was doing tonight. But geez, as soon as you get a little bit of damage, the lap times just drop off. So race one I was okay, but race 2 and race 3 I got damage early on, and yeah, my wheel was at an angle the entire race, and it was really tricky to get it right. And yeah, I was a second and a half slower, you know, for each lap. I was just lucky to have those guys. I'm not sure what happened in the end there, but that was a bit of luck that I finished P2 because I think maybe some back markers might have got tangled up in some drama. I'm sure you guys would have seen that.
Yeah, there was a lot.
There was a bit of mess up,
yeah, there was a lot going on towards the end, and people got caught up, I think, as well. But for you, Ideal, is there a racetrack you're looking forward to this season? We're obviously opposite Phoenix, Indianapolis, Chicago, Detroit, at Belle Isle, Mid-Ohio, New Hampshire, Road Atlanta, and Homestead.
I think out of all those tracks, I've raced at Road Atlanta. So yeah, it's going to be tricky for me. So I've got to download all of those tracks and practice them before I hit the track. So yeah, plenty of practice ahead.
I think so. Dan, thanks so much for joining us there, bud. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yep, big shout outs to Carlin's Motorsports, to my teammate David, Drive Raider 8 on YouTube, Glam Raider, Little Rara, Eagers Automotive, and big shout outs to Atari, Bianca, French and Minka, and Zach and Levi.
Awesome stuff. Well, Dan, thanks so much for joining us there, buddy, and we'll look forward to catching up with you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Cheers, buddy.
Right, and then we've got the Pro-Am winner from race number 3, Mr. Delaney. 3 podiums, 3 for you, Ty. 2 victories, 1 second place there, buddy. Not a bad evening of racing.
Yeah, pretty good. I felt like I could have done a bit better in the first couple races, but that second race, pretty happy with that. Putting together a P3 overall. Got a bit lucky at the end though, and I was a bit scared on that last lap. I had to clutch a bit because the engine was going a bit away from me. But yeah, apart from that, it was a pretty good race.
Getting away from you, as in you're running out of fuel, or getting away from you because it was broken?
So there was an incident second last lap, I think it was, and I had to sorry. I had to start clutching because I had rammed straight in the front and hit the engine on them, and the oil temp was getting too high, so I was just having to do some saving of clutching because otherwise I think my engine would have exploded. But yeah.
Well, there you go.
It just shows how advanced you are, mate, because I wouldn't have had a clue that was going on. I just would have popped the motor. Ty, tell me, how's your practice going for the V8s, mate? Because that's you're in for a big season there as well.
Yeah, definitely been doing a lot of practice. I have been doing a lot more non-supercars as well, like GT3s, and practicing a bit more in the 86s. But yeah, I'm hoping to have a good season in SLW. I'm focused a lot more on consistency, and because last season I'd made a lot of big mistakes, which cost me a lot of time and points. But I think this season I should be able to bounce back and do even better.
You'll be fine, mate. You've got some natural instincts there, which keep you off the curbs and the walls, which is pretty good. So you're doing IMSA, you're doing this, and you're doing the V8s on the Sunday. And I noticed today, Dad signed up as well.
Yeah, like you said, IMSA, supercars, and F3s as well. And yeah, I think that's it.
Well, cool, blimey.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Yeah, that's a lot of racing there, Ty, for you, buddy. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yes, I'd like to thank Parramatta Peugeot Professional, Parramatta City Great Wall Haval, West End Parramatta, Parramatta Isuzu, DC Shades, Relax Precision Sim Training, Infinity Designs, DC Shades, Precision Sim Training, Battery Warehouse, Ellie Beach, MJS Gaming, Whitaker Electrical, Whitaker Electrical Services, and a big shout out to you boys that make it all happen. And yeah.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you so much there, buddy. Well done. We look forward to seeing how you get on this season.
Thank you, boys. Hoping to see you too.
Okay, mate. Good luck.
Right, next up is Mitch Noble, who's got second in the Pro-Ams this evening in race number 3. Mitch, welcome in, bud. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Not bad at all. How was it for you? Bit of a roller coaster evening.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about practice. That was pretty shitty, to say the least. But somehow in the race, I managed to keep it together and just start pumping out laps and kept it consistent.
Yeah, you did. Going forward for you, though, Mitch, where do you see yourself coming the end of this season? Going to be a tough one by the looks of it.
It looks competitive. I'm going to try and aim at least top 5 because there's a lot of talent in there. They've done it a lot longer than me. So I'm going to try and at least go top 5.
Okay, mate, you're going to start getting to practice in for these American circuits?
Yeah, they're very difficult. A lot of off-camber turns that like to throw the car off.
Yeah, definitely going to be tough in that GR86. Any ones you're looking forward to this season? Any ones you think, actually, no, I don't want to go there?
Oh, I'm looking for all of them, really. I enjoy doing it all. It's good fun to see each track. It's very different. It's good fun to learn. Change the driving style up a bit for each track. So
I'm happy to see, as the team owner, that you've tamed the beast and you've been patient, which is proven in tonight's racing. You did really well, and two podiums tonight, mate. So well done. The rest of the team had their ups and downs as well.
I thought it was only one.
One podium.
I think you got.
No, it was
did
only
you get a third in the last one as well?
No, you only got one podium in race number 3.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, there you go. Anyway, mate, do you remember who you need to thank?
I'd like to thank Stephen Dean and Shannon's Insurance. And obviously SRW for giving me the opportunity, right?
We'll cover them all off, me and JP, because the same sponsors that sponsors the league sponsor our car. So that's pretty much how it works. You're a legend, mate. I hope you're having fun out there, and the rest of the boys in the team as well.
It's been fantastic. The boys are great to work with too.
Take care then, bud.
All right.
See you, buddy.
Right, and we're still going. We've got young Carl Gretsch in the booth taking a victory in the AMS in race number 3. Let's see how he felt about race 1 and 2, though. Carl, welcome in. How did you get on?
Yeah, good in the third race. Don't really want to go there in the first and second race. Had a few spins and started and finished. Ended up last in both races and had to try and claw my way back. So not so great in those two, but finally made something in the last one.
Oh, okay. I've just been told as well it's your birthday today. Is that right?
No, I'm not sure where that's come from.
I don't know. Jacko's just put it in YouTube chat. It's Carl's birthday today.
Yeah. I think Jack is taking the piss.
Yeah,
loves taking the piss, Jack. I've got to make a shout out for pineapple on pizza for him.
Ah, definitely.
Yeah.
I agree. But what are you hoping for this season, Carl? Because obviously you said race 1 and 2 was rough. Race 3 was a lot better. What's the ambition?
Yeah, well, I'd like to try and contend for AM, hopefully. I only started driving these cars about 2 days ago, so just trying to get in the loop. But I love the street tracks, so yeah, really looking forward to this calendar with all the street tracks we've got.
Yeah, Chicago. That's going to be an interesting one for you all, I'm sure. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be a bit of a tough one as well. Is it a learning curve this season, do you think?
Yeah, 100%. As I said, first time driving the car, so it's all learning. I usually drive GT cars, so driving something with little to none, no downforce, so something very different.
Yeah, I think you are right there as well, buddy. But thanks so much for joining us. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to Alcoholder, Velocity Racing Team, and Cheeky Squirt, and also to Pedro.
Awesome stuff. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Jordan Ferguson's also said happy birthday. You know what I mean?
Thanks, guys.
Just put it out there. All right, man. Have a good one, mate, and we'll speak to you soon.
You too, guys. Thank you for the broadcast.
No worries, buddy. Good luck out there.
Right, and the final one is Mr. Doug Gowans. Doug, welcome in, buddy. How are you?
Hello, guys. I'm well, thank you. Sorry, I forgot. I thought I came fourth on track, which I did, but obviously there was a Pro-Am in front of me, so I got told, and I quickly jumped back in here to say g'day.
Ah, well, you come and say hello, mate. Yeah, you got podium anyway in race number 3, mate. You got third place. What's the worry about it? Come and have a chat with us. How was it out there for the first race of the season?
Absolute nightmare. Not my favourite track. I don't think it's anyone's favourite track. It is so bumpy, it's so bouncy, and it's full of concrete.
Okay, going forward then, you've got more bumpy concrete, more walls to contend with for the whole season there, Doug. So are you just giving up now?
No, not at all, mate. Not at all. You know, I mean, we've got Belle Isle coming up as well, and we've got Chicago. Yeah, so it's definitely a street circuit season, this one, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be very interesting anyway. But Doug, look, while you're here there, buddy, why don't you give us some people a shout out before we let you go?
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to the winners tonight. You know, I mean, Ben. I mean, what a weapon on track he is in that car. Yeah, but I'd like to thank Velocity Sim Lab, Hikoki Power Tools, Here to Race YouTube channel, all the boys on the team, of course. Yeah, tough night for us, but we always have fun. And thank you very much to you guys and Shannon for sponsoring the series.
Awesome stuff. Well, Doug, thanks so much for joining us there, buddy. Look forward to seeing you, how you get on throughout the season.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. See yous.
See ya.
Take care, buddy. Good luck.
Well, there you go, Steve. An interesting night of racing for us all.
Yeah, 100%. We made it. I made it. I first 86 series I've commentated on, which was good. Lots of fun. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, mate. I think there's going to be some epic fights. Maybe not for the pros. I think there's boys are going to have to really, really step it up if they want to compete with Ben up the front. But you know what? Minor places are just going to be just as tight.
Yeah, absolutely. I do fully agree. But that's going to wrap it up for us as well. Thanks so much for joining us here as well. If you have been in YouTube chat, thank you again for coming along. Don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on the bells, and do all that other fancy jazz that you can do for free on YouTube. But I've been James Barbitt. I've been alongside Steve Sinkovic here this evening. And as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on a track sometime. Good night.
This is amazing. Up it's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Moskin and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Reece Tanak and Jamie Dyke just absolutely drove away from us.